Alright, welcome back, everybody. Game Over Calgary is on live with you. Live from my basement studios. Welcome aboard. I see a lot of chatter already. We'll get to that in just a moment. But it's a late one, and it got later. We'll talk about why it got later as well as we begin this post game show. Sorry, I put my background. I was just setting up everything. I had the wrong light on, so I went to turn that off. I had to make sure everything was working. Everything is working and all that stuff. So welcome aboard. My name is Anand, your host of Game Over Calgary, as the Flames lose the second one in a row in the road trip against the Vegas Golden Knights by a score of 6-3. Of course, the Flames were the better of the two teams in the first and second period, but the Vegas Golden Knights found a way to come back and gets it done in the third period. Lots to talk about here. We'll zip through them quickly because I don't want to stay up too late at night. It's already 11:18 p.m. here in Calgary. I have a couple of things going on tomorrow, so I want to get to bed as well. But let's get through a scoring summary to begin with. It was Morgan Frost who opened the scoring for the Calgary Flames at 7:41. A nice deep move. He tricked Carter Hart a couple of times. He hesitated to shoot and then blasted one with a snipe. That was unassisted. 1-0 for the Flames. And tagging along was Mac Coronato. That was a nice read and play by both Morgan Frost and Mac Coronato. That gets it done, and it became 1-0 Flames. Also, hi to Al Garando, the Oilers fan in the chat. KQ, welcome aboard. Let's see, where do I start in the chat? McKenna, where is Anand? I'm here. Hope you can hear me. Hope you can listen to me as well. But thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out. I do know that Mr. Watts, he might join us soon as well. And Conrad, if you're listening, kudos to you. Shout out to you. You were planning to take this game over Calgary if if the game was more delayed, but there was a major ice issue that happened at the Vegas T-Mobile Arena, which delayed the third period. Lil is here, should have betted on black tonight. So definitely, maybe. So Morgan Frost opened the scoring, and then superhero Mitch Marner gets the game tied for Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas Golden Knights rest of the way would tie it each time the Flames would have a lead. And after that, they took their lead in the third period. So Mitch Marner, assisted by Theodore and McNabb, 147 left, or 147 into the second period, tied it at 1-1. And that was a nice little shot from Mitch Marner. And Mitch Marner had an absolute terrific game tonight. 5 points in his night. Of course, he's a first overall pick, first round pick, fourth overall. So that makes the case again. Flames need one. Flames having gotten, maybe they've gotten a top 5, but they haven't gotten a top 2. And so I stick with that. Great, perfect team tank night. As well, you would have been alright if Vegas didn't win this one as well, if the Flames won, because of how the picks will look like for the if Vegas wins the or loses out or wins the cup. Lot of conditions on that one we'll talk about in just a moment. So that was the first period. It was just Morgan Frost 1-0. Then it went to second period, Mitch Marner. Then third goal was from Blake Coleman. What a nice tag and play again. Yes, once again by Joel Farabee and Michael Backlund. 4:38 in the second period. Blake Coleman was really heated up today. He scored his 18th of the season, 2-1 to make it Flames. Shortly after that, but Mitch Marner would decide he wants to score again. Mitch Marner, assisted by Jack Eichel and Rasmus Andersson, And of course, you kept Rasmus Andersson quiet on the score sheet goal wise, so we couldn't see his Rasmus Andersson stare down, but we were able to see a- an assist on the Mitch Marner goal of a 2-2 tie game at 6:42 of the second period. Shortly after again, Blake Coleman would look Carter Hart to look bad, and Blake Coleman would score it in the second period, 3-2 for the Flames at 12:11. And then after that, it was all Vegas Golden Knights. Couple power plays for the Vegas Golden Knights. I think up to 5 tonight, the Vegas Golden Knights got power play chances, but they were terrible for the first three, and then they scored, I believe, on the fourth one, going 1 for 6 on the power play. So yeah, they were not good at all on the power play, but they capitalized one. Pavel Dorofiev on the power play, assisted by Marner. That was his third point of the night. At 16:21 of the second period, 3-3 tie game. Then the ice issue happened, where part of the ice was either broken off or had a gap or something happened, or I think the Zamboni even scrapped part of the Vegas logo, where it was written Vegas. So what happened to that? It delayed the game. It delayed for more than 20-25 minutes. I was sitting around waiting for updates. We all were waiting for updates. So this is why the post game is starting later on in this show. But it was the momentum then transferred to the Vegas Golden Knights, who decided to come in hot. They needed this game for their playoff implication. As I see the question, do you think we will win the playoffs versus Vegas? You know, with the goaltending Vegas has, I could see whoever takes on the Vegas could come up with a win. They could win that series. But at the same time, if Mitch Marner, if Rasmus Andersson, I know Rasmus Andersson struggled earlier on joining Vegas Golden Knights, but we'll see if he's trusted on. Ivan Barbashev had a great night. We'll talk about him in just a moment. I think if those couple of the players stand out, then Vegas will have a chance. If not, I worry with their goaltending issues. Did Michael Stone go on the ice with Backlund to look at the ice issue? Yes, he did. Michael Stone or Mark Stone, or is it Michael Stone? Because I know I saw it at the what's it called? Confusion at Michael Stone. Michael Stone? No, Mark Stone. You have me confused now. Hold on. It's Mark Stone. Mark Stone and Michael Backlund did go look at the ice. The two captains of the respective teams, as well later on 10 players, 10 different players of the both teams went and stood around the ice as well, inspecting the issue. And they had to use multiple different cans of some spray. They had to use the fire extinguisher to sort that out. So it was a whole new mess. The biggest ice delay I have seen probably in my broadcasting life in the games I have watched is probably at Maxwell Arena, when I believe, was it the Centennial Cup, I want to say, or maybe Circle K Classic, or Western Canada Showdown, one of those tournaments. A chunk of ice came out of the sideboards. They luckily they had the second ring behind us, the Perry Cavana Arena. They were able to move it to that ice for the rest of the tournament, and it all went well. I want to see Edmonton get swept by one of the two top three teams in the Central. I would love it. All right. So where did we stop at? The power play goal by Paul Dorofiev. Then shortly after that, Brett Howden, assisted by Theodore and Barbashev. 12:20 remaining in the third period. 4-3 Vegas Golden Knights. Shortly after that, Ivan Barbashev, 2 minutes later, would score again, assisted by Mitch Marner. 5-3 Vegas. That was misplay by Dustin Wolf, if you want to say, where he tried to escape that part of the ice that had trouble, and then went and scored that one. And then finally, Mitch Marner icing the puck to complete the hat trick for him. 3 goals for Mitch Marner on the night at 18:31 of the third period, 6-3 leading the Vegas Golden Knights. So that's the scoring summary. In favor of the Vegas Golden Knights, you would have taken probably the way the result, how it went. Either way, if the Flames won or the Flames lost, it would have been a win-win situation from what I have talked to multiple people. So the Flames take the loss. It's 2 losses in a row. We'll talk about the schedule coming up shortly. But let's head into the second period where we look at the trades that happened. One most recently, one most a few years ago, or maybe a year ago at least now. First one was Noah Hannafin to the Vegas Golden Knights. Noah Hannafin wasn't much effective tonight. It was just the Rasmus Andersson getting the 1 assist on the board. But it was Noah Hannafin, the trade that sent him to Vegas Golden Knights. Let's see how it's shaking up right now. In return, we got Daniel Miramanov, who currently is with the Calgary Wranglers, of course. And Calgary Wranglers, unfortunately, eliminated from the playoff run, Calder Cup. They won't be part of it. They struggle with injuries. They struggle with call-ups to the Flames club, so they didn't have a consistent roster. But I can tell you though, Calgary Hitmen, if you haven't been following yet, the Calgary Hitmen in the WHL have advanced to round 2 of the playoffs. They defeated the Brandon Vikings tonight by a score of was it 4-2? Something, yeah, 4-2, and they swept the Brandon Vikings. They had a tough time at regular season to take on the Brandon Vikings, but with no effort, they did it this time. But if you're watching, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Mr. Watts is here. Mr. Watts, welcome aboard. I'm here. Sorry, was late. I'm here now. I saw you in the chat during the Armchair GM live stream. Yes, I was there, unfortunately. Lil Singh, unfortunately, we can't finish worse than the Vancouver. Yes. Frank Saravalli put out a tweet earlier this evening saying the Vancouver Canucks now have clinched 32nd place, in the sense that they won't be able to climb up anymore. They have solidified the 32nd place, and they have the 25% chance of making it to getting the top pick in the NHL draft coming up. I can also tell you, this was a tweet from Eric Francis, so credit to him. But Mitch Marner had a 5-point night. The same night, the Toronto Maple Leafs got eliminated from the playoffs, so they are out as well. I believe Chicago Blackhawks, with a loss against Edmonton tonight, got knocked out as well. Now we wait on the official elimination count on the Flames. I don't know if it's official just yet, because if you look at the West, it's really crazy. So New York Rangers eliminated, Chicago Blackhawks eliminated, Vancouver eliminated, Toronto Maple Leafs don't have an official E behind them, but that's what Eric Francis mentioned. So Pacific Division leader right now is Anaheim Ducks, and we are gonna take them on Saturday. Edmonton Oilers right behind them. Vegas Golden Knights at 84 points. So now the Flames and the team that holds the second wildcard spot at 79 is the San Jose Sharks. So expect maybe an elimination note on the Flames coming up in this road trip as early as maybe later this week or early next week. And then from that Hannafin trade, there was the 2025 first round pick that we haven't picked yet. That will be sliding to this year. So we'll have at least one pick this year from the Vegas Golden Knights. And then we had a 2025 third round pick where we selected goaltender Kirill Zerobin, who is with the Russian leagues right now. I don't know what the specific timeline of him to be playing in the pro North American leagues will be, but he's down in the Russian league. So that was the look at the Hannafin trade. Now let's look at this Rasmus Andersson trade. Zach Whitecloud we acquired. He has been a steady person for the Flames. Great community guy, great locker room guy. Didn't do anything much tonight, unfortunately. But a great pick from Craig Conroy. There is also Abram Weeb, a prospect who hasn't been signed yet from college. Hopefully, it's get done soon. The Flames still have two contracts left. They did sign defenseman Axel Hurtig of the Calgary Hitmen, who will be starting his entry-level contract next year. So looking forward to that. And then there was the 2 round picks, 2027 first round pick and 2028 second round pick that the Flames got from the Vegas Golden Knights in the Andersson trade. That has a bunch of conditions, which is a little complicated for me to explain, but we'll do that on another show, maybe towards the end of the season, to clarify when all the teams have settled all their standings and stuff. All right, I see the chat line busy, so let's take a look at what I missed so far. Thoughts on Carter Wilkie? Once again, I think I mentioned this couple shows ago. He's been all right, not as outstanding as like an Ida Sunev, like a Rory Cairns. He still has time to work on. Do you think we should hire Gardner McDougall to replace Huska? Do I even know Gardner McDougall? Let's take a look. Gardner McDougall. Gardner McDougall is the assistant coach of Canada U20 team. Why not? If that's an option, if he's available, sure. The fact that Chicago and Toronto got eliminated before the Flames is sad. I mean, I could see Chicago coming, but Toronto, I didn't expect it this early, which is totally surprising. They have, I think, now missed a playoff since, I think, 2016 or something like that. So many moons ago, which, again, if you didn't know, Brad Treliving got fired from Toronto Maple Leafs, so they are trying to make wholesale big changes as well. Before we fire Huska, we should also look into the assistant coaches too. I agree. Take a look. I would keep Tranquil though, penalty kill, although not tonight, wasn't as strong. But keep Tranquil. Otherwise, you can take a look. Ken is here. Welcome, Ken. Really appreciate you hanging out here tonight. A little bit under the weather, but I made it. Just a note on the weather. We all Calgarians are done with the snow. So, yeah, I'm done with the snow, under the weather. Ken is asking, Anand, I didn't know you had a podcast until tonight. Ken, this is not my personal one. This one I work under Game Over Network, run by the amazing Andrew Berkshire. But I do have my own page as well. You can check it out at Hockey Talk with Anand on Instagram. I haven't done a show in a while. I'm getting a couple guests lined up here soon. Maybe in a couple of weeks' time, I'll be chatting with a few Calgary Canucks players who are from the Alberta Junior Hockey League. So stick around for that. But thanks for hanging out tonight. Um, doo, doo, doo. Talking about Ryan Husker more. Sorry, I just don't see him molding this team soon to be a very young team. Um, do you try to model your show after Pat Steinberg? Not really. I try to put my creative spins to it from whatever I have learned from school, especially from SATE. I took the broadcast news program, so I tried to throw it that way. All right. Let's head into the third period and look at the Flames schedule coming up, what we can expect in this road trip. On that note, I forgot to put the McKenna picture up because we lost tonight again. Mission McKenna is still live and alive. Okay, third period schedule coming up. It's the Pacific Division leaders that we are going to tackle in this road trip. We are 0-2 and 0 so far after the devastating loss against the Colorado Avalanche by a score of 9-2. One important lesson for the Flames. I know they fought back tonight. They were competitive tonight for the first and second period. Play like that and give us a loss, I don't mind. But the way they got destroyed against the Avalanche, that was little disappointing to see. You always want some effort and some competitiveness in the game. And then on Tuesday, we take on the Dallas Stars, a 6 p.m. puck drop as well to continue the road trip. And then after that is it the Avalanche that we get. That would be game 3 would be Anaheim Ducks. Game 4 would be Dallas Stars. I know it's a 6-game road trip. Yeah, then we get the Avalanche on Thursday, April 9th. And then on Saturday against the Seattle Kraken. And then we come back home back to back on Sunday to take on the Utah Mammoth. Why does Don Maloney not make any statements anymore? I think the Flames know the direction, or we all know the direction they have decided to go. So I don't think you need to mix in a Don Maloney right now. Don't want another public relation or press conference to go the way it did originally. So I think that will be one of the cases to be. And secondly, I think Conroy has done a decent job so far, and the team has focused on Conroy. They want to only hear from Conroy, and I think the media knows that as well. It was a disaster, and they want to keep away the disaster anymore. Do you think we should draft Tynan Lawrence? Where is he from? Let's take a look at Tynan Lawrence. I just don't know where he's from. He's from Fredericton, New Brunswick. He's a center. Again, I'll say this multiple times. I've said it multiple times. If he's the best player available on the board, you take him. Especially the top 1 and 2 picks, especially if you're going, you need to be picking the top best player available. No questions as no position. Don't take about position. Don't think about anything else. Pick the best player on the board. Should we do Mission Malhotra? It depends if Gavin McKenna. It depends if Ivar Stenberg is out. Then you take Malhotra. But for now, you find out if you can get whoever you want. All right. Did you see the new arena might have to be rebuilt, like was saying on Flames Nation? I did, and if you didn't catch on that, that's an April 1st. They posted it on April 1st. It was an April Fool's joke. So no, the new arena doesn't have to be rebuilt. And if you didn't notice that, I'm sorry for you. but it was an April Fool's joke posted on April 1st. It specifically said it had to be moved 3 centimeters to the left. So, if you didn't recognize that, Mr. Watson, sorry for you. Two. Ken is asking, if you were the GM, how likely would you try and get both ruck twins? Hashtag Mission McKenna, hashtag sliding for Stanberg, hashtag more Anand. Thank you. I think it's reachable. With the 2 second round picks, I think it's from the New York Rangers and the Ottawa Senators that the Flames have. So I think it's not out of the reach to get ruck twins. I would say if you're get both of them. It would be fun overall. Yeah, so what I was saying, if it's there within the range, if it's not like out of reach, definitely go for it. You need scoring power, that for the Flames. So if they're totally available, go for it. And I think you should do that. So I agree, Ken. Michelle McKenna, 100%. Sliding for Stamberg, definitely. All right, let's see. That got everybody. KQ, Lil all got fooled by the Flames Nation April Fool's joke. Sorry that you went through that. Who will hire Trey Living next? And do you think he will ruin another franchise? At this point, I would be surprised even if Tree Living gets hired, to be honest. I don't want any other team to go sideways, miserable. But I will leave it at that. I would be surprised. Vancouver should go for the Rucks, keep Twin Legacy, and we go for McKenna. I don't know if they're even top 1 or top 2. I think they're more projected for round 2. And about the 30. So, Lil, I think we still have the chance to get both McKenna and both the Ruck twins. It's totally possible. Both Rucks and Basha would win the Wranglers NAHL Cup. Yeah, they could. Totally valid point. Although Basha didn't have a great season with the Wranglers this time around, he went and killed it at Medicine Hat Tigers. I'm trying to not say the wrong team, Medicine Hat Cubs, because I work for the Heritage Junior Hockey League, but the Medicine Hat Tigers. You could he had a great game with them, so you could do it that way. I hope the Oilers hire Trey Living. We'll see. Do they want another disaster? Do they want McDavid out? If that's the case, maybe sure. But I wouldn't doubt it. Once again, I would be surprised if Trey Living has a job in the NHL here onwards. All right. Did I miss anything else in the chat? Taking a quick look. But if you have been watching and if you haven't liked the video, share or subscribe. Be sure to support Game Over Networks. We are available on Game Over Montreal. Go check out the amazing crew there. We are trying to restart Game Over Edmonton. I know Al Garando, if you're still watching, I know you asked for Game Over Edmonton, but check out that as well. If you haven't checked out Austin Hockey Whitey account, he's amazing. Go check him out. And then next Saturday against the Anaheim Ducks, I believe Conrad is back. Because I'm away, I'm working a hockey tournament here in Calgary. Yeah, so Conrad will have the next one. Then I'll be back on Tuesday to take on the Dallas Stars, and then we should be able to be back together for, you'll see the ACN duo back for the game against the Colorado Avalanche on Thursday. couple more questions from Mr. Watts, and then I think we'll be good to end it here. But if you have more questions, send it right now before I get the show done. But do you think Wolf is struggling? And do you think the tank is hurting his confidence? Is Cooley better than him now? Wolf is not struggling. I mean, you could say partially yes, maybe like 30% or so. The teams have figured out what type of goalie Dustin Wolf is. They have a resume on him now, but Devin Cooley is such a new goalie. They don't have a resume on him. So I think, Devin Cooley. I would say both are equal goaltenders. Both have the chance. Do I miss Huberdeau? Yes and no. No, because he's still injured, so he can obviously play. Uh, yes, because I miss his sneaky passes. I miss his shooting talent he had once in a while. So yes, I know about missing Jonathan Huberdeau. Do you think Perek is like Bouchard? Yes, Perek can be like a Bouchard, but Perek needs some more time developing in the NHL. He needs to put up some more built in the off season and needs to work on a little bit more. Sometimes he hesitates to shoot as well. I would love to see him take a couple more extra one-timer shots. Then we could be able to closely compare like Bouchard. Can you trade Eric Jameson to us? I don't think that's happening. Uh, too too early to compare Perek with anyone. Exactly, Lil. That's what I said. Like, if Perek can put on some more belt, if he can get unscathed from the hits he gets delivered to him, or if he can shoot more, be confident with the puck more, then maybe in a year or two we can compare him with someone. All right, I think that will do it for us. Thanks for hanging out. On behalf of myself, thank you to Lil, thank you to KQ, thanks to Al Garando. Ken, thanks for joining in. Hope to see you in future shows. I'll be back next week. Thanks to Mr. Watts, and I think that's everybody. Thank you all so much for watching tonight. This has been Game Over Calgary. Your host Anand Unnithan. Conrad will be back on. I'm concerned Perek avoiding contract. I saw that tonight. Yeah, he doesn't want to take that many hits and he doesn't want to get injured like he did during the World Juniors. Definitely I agree. Let's give him some time. He's still just a 19-year-old. So give him time and he will be all right. Totally all right. I'm so excited in the player of Perek as well. All right. Have yourself a great night. Have yourself a great long weekend. It's Easter weekend, so those who celebrate Easter, happy Easter to you. Have yourself a great long weekend, and we'll be back. Conrad will be back Saturday. I'll be back next week. Have a great rest of your weekend. You have been watching Game Over Calgary with their host Anand Unnithan.